We are going to have the class on English second paper. Today our task is rules and practice from grammar, and topic is noun, definition, classification, and uses. This topic has been included in your new syllabus, I mean short syllabus. So when we think of English grammar, it is a matter of confusion because most of the students write English from their habit, from their experience, from the practice, without going through any rules. Today we are going through the rules that we need, especially on nouns. And at the end of the class, you will have some, in the next class, you will have some practices that you have to solve. To solve the question, the rules are very important. So please be attentive to have the rules so that you can solve the questions in the next class. So as these topics are given in your syllabus, we are going through it. The first topic is noun and actual definition. And you know, noun is a naming word. Any word that indicates the name of anything or person is called a noun. So it might be the name of a thing or a person or any agent, anything, any person that has a name that we indicate by a name is actually noun. The most important part of it is the usage of noun. So how the noun can be used? Noun is used as the subject and object. You know, nouns can be used as subject or object. As we find here, Nasir is a student. Here, Nasir is the subject and the student is the object. As we used Nasir as noun, it's Nasir as the subject, it's also noun, and the word student, I mean the student, is also a noun. So noun can be used as the subject and the object. The next one is rule 2. After article, adjective, preposition, or possessive, after that, we should use a noun. Sometimes it has been seen that some of the students write other words after article, adjective, preposition, possessive, and the other words equivalent to them. So we should write only noun after these terms. As we find here, please wait for a while. And let me say something here. You know, while can be used as noun even as a conjunction. But when you find the word while after an article, this one is actually a noun. So while here is a noun, though it can also be used as a conjunction. And the next one. After no, any, many, mass, or personal object, we should use a noun. After no, any, many, mass, or personal object, we should use a noun. As we see in the example, I don't have any idea. So which one is noun here? Can anyone tell me, please? I don't have any idea. Which one is noun in this sentence?
Sir, idea, sir.
Idea, because we find here a word that is any, and you know, After any, many, no, must, and personal object, we should use noun. Sometimes you may find a word in between article and preposition. Sometimes you may find a word in between an article and a preposition. In this case, the word in between article and preposition is a noun, though it might be of other parts of speech in other cases, but in this case, this one is a noun. As we find here, this is the go of the world. Here you find the article the, and after that you find a word, then preposition of. So the word in between the and of is go. Go is normally used as what? Normally we use the word go as, can anyone tell me what's the parts of speech normally of the word go? The word go is normally used as verb.
After.
The word go is normally used as verb. But in this sentence, we find the word, we find the very word in between the and of, I mean article and preposition. However, you use the word in other cases, let me repeat. However, you use the word in other cases, in this case, this must be a noun. So though go is normally used as verb, here it is actually a noun. Why? Because if we find any word in between article and preposition, the word in between article and preposition is a noun. As we find in the example, this is the go of the world. Here go is a noun. In the next class, you will have a test. I mean, in class test, you will have to go through a test that will be on nouns. So participating in the test is a mandatory one, and there is no scope of skipping the test, and there is no system of ask by one and one. You all will join the test together, and your answer will be counted and the marks will be given. Next one, number 5, name of any part of a speech is a noun. We know there are 8 types of parts of a speech. They are noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. These are the names of part of a speech. So every name of parts of a speech is a noun. For example, the word adjective. If I ask you, what is the parts of speech of the word adjective? So what is the parts of speech of the adjective? The parts of speech of adjective is noun, because this is actually a name. Adjective is actually a name. Name of what? Name of a part of speech. So though it seems peculiar, what is the parts of speech of adjective? It may seem to be peculiar, but it's the fact. Every name of part of speech, every name of parts of speech is a noun. Sometimes you may be asked as what is a verbal noun? You should have known that verbal noun means the verb ing, the prior to it and of next to it. I mean, if you find the plus verb ing plus of, if you find this formation, this is actually a verbal noun. If you find the format like this, the plus verb ing plus of, this is called verbal noun. We can say the same thing in another way. That is, if we find verb ing in between the and of, if we find verb ing in between the and of, this format is called a verbal noun. As you find in the example, the writing of a good letter is very difficult. Let me repeat it. The writing of a good letter is very difficult. Here we find the plus verb ing and then of. This is actually a verbal noun. If your exam is held online, you will find this type of question. If you sit for the exam, even on offline, you will get them in MCQ format, as we find in different competitive exams, especially the university admission test. You will get this type of question. And whatever the group is, you might be of science, arts, or commerce group, you will have English. You will have English question almost in every university, every test, especially admission test. You are Meson, right? Your section is Meson.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And your group is commerce,
Science, sir.
science. Okay, in medical, dental, medical exam, and other university exam, you will find English questions as mandatory. Go for the next one. That is the part of classification. You know, classification is important. Noun can be classified on the basis of visibility. So if you want to classify them on the basis of visibility, you will find two types of nouns. Type 1, visible. I mean the nouns that can be seen. And another type is invisible. I mean the nouns that cannot be seen. But in your syllabus, it has been said that you should go through countable and uncountable. Though the basis of visibility and non-visibility is not given here, we should discuss it for the sake of understanding it better. The nouns that you can see are called complete noun. The nouns that you can see are called complete noun. But you will find some other nouns that you cannot see. The nouns that you cannot see is called abstract noun. So this is the later part. The present part is that noun can be classified on the basis of countability. Noun can also be classified on the basis of countability. I mean, you can count or cannot count. So the nouns that you can count, and normally you count is called countable. So in short, we can say that the nouns that can be counted is called countable noun. And there is another type of nouns. What is it? Can anyone tell me, please? Countable noun and what's the other?
Uncountable nouns.
What is uncountable noun?
Sir, a noun that cannot be counted or is not counted normally.
That is written here. But what do you understand by this?
That cannot be seen, sir.
No, of
Just
course,
feeling.
uncountable that can be seen. For example, water. Water is uncountable, you cannot count it. But it is visible, you can see it. There is another part that can be seen is called concrete noun. That cannot be seen is called abstract noun. But countable and uncountable is another thing that you can count or not count. That you can't see is, of course, uncountable. Actually, I wanted to justify the definition that I have written here. Some of you might have a confusion seeing this. That is, noun that can be counted and is normally counted. You might have an observation regarding this and is normally counted. And noun that cannot be counted or is not counted normally. You might have an observation on it. Actually, there are some nouns that can be counted and we count it normally. It means that there are some nouns that can be counted and we count them normally. That's countable, it's okay. But in case of uncountable, noun that cannot be counted or is not counted, there is a confusion of so many students. They actually don't want to or they can't understand it. All the countables noun, the nouns that can be counted is actually not countable. Should I speak in Bangla for the sake of your better understanding? Most probably, most of you are not connected to that class. All the nouns that can be counted are not countable. Let me speak in Bangla. আমরা যত নাউন আছে যতগুলোকে গুনতে পারি সবগুলো বেসিক্যালি countable noun নয়, because there are some nouns that are countable but we take them as uncountable noun. For example, rice. Rice can be counted. Can you count rice? 1, 2, 3, 1 rice, 2 rice, 3 rice, etc. Can you count them?
Yes, sir.
চালের কথা ধরো, চাল কি গণনা করা যায়? চাল, একটা চাল, দুটো চাল আমরা কি গণনা মানে করতে পারি কিনা? Can we count them? Can we count it?
No, sir.
Of course we can count, because if I give you a handful rice, you can count it. 1 rice, 2 rice, 3 rice, 4 rice, 5 rice. Can you count it? আমি যদি তোমাকে এক মুঠো চাল দেই, can you count it?
Yes, sir.
Of course. So the noun that can be counted is not countable noun always. What I mean to say, যে নাউনকে গণনা করা যায় সেটা countable হবে এমন কোনো কথা নেই. Actually, there are some nouns that can be counted but we don't count normally. For example, rice. Rice can be counted, but do we count rice? It can be counted, it's okay, but do we count it?
No, sir.
No, that's the fact. That's why I have added this part. That can be counted and is normally counted. মানে যেটাকে গণনা করা যায় এবং নরমালি আমরা গণনা করি. And uncountable noun that cannot be counted or is not counted normally. Uncountable means the noun that can be counted or is not counted normally. অর্থাৎ কিছু নাউন আছে যেটাকে একদমই গণনা করা যায় না, আবার গণনা করা গেলেও আমরা সাধারণত গণনা করি না. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
So the noun countable means Noun that can be counted and is normally counted. And uncountable means noun that cannot be counted or is not counted normally. It means that, let me speak in Bangla, যে noun যেগুলোকে গণনা করা যায় না, অথবা গণনা করা হয় না, গণনা করা গেলেও গণনা করা হয় না, that is called uncountable noun. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Good. So the noun that can be seen is called concrete noun, and the noun that cannot be seen is called abstract noun. Totally, nouns are divided into 5 parts, and then the first 4 are of concrete noun. The first 4 are of concrete noun, and the last one, I mean number 5, is of abstract noun. So proper noun, common noun, collective noun, material noun, these are concrete noun. I mean these noun can be seen. And number 5, abstract noun, that you can't see. This is on the basis of visibility. If you classify the nouns on the basis of countability, you can say the first 3 nouns can be counted. I mean, they are used as countable nouns. Proper noun, common noun, collective noun. These nouns are regarded as countable nouns. And number 4 and 5, material noun and abstract nouns, are regarded as uncountable noun. Uncountable noun is also called non-count noun. Anyone here who has understood what I have said now? Anyone here, can you please repeat what I have said? On the basis of visibility, there are 5 types of nouns. On the basis of visibility, the first 4 types are visible, I mean concrete noun. And the last one, I mean abstract noun, is not visible, I mean abstract noun. And on the basis of countability, how many types are countable and how many types are non-count, I mean uncountable? Can anyone tell me, please? Let me ask you in Bangla. এখানে যে 5 প্রকারের নাউন দেখা যাচ্ছে, এর মধ্যে কতগুলো কাউন্টেবল আর কোনগুলো আনকাউন্টেবল? Can anyone tell me, please?
Sir, there are 4 types of countable nouns. First,
sir.
force,
No,
and the
sir.
last one is non-countable noun.
No,
Uncountable.
No. It's totally wrong, sir. On the basis of countability, the first 3 are countable nouns. The first 3. The last 2 are not countable, they are uncountable.
Oh, yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
On the basis of visibility, the first 4 are visible and the last one is not visible. I mean, the noun that are visible are called, those are visible are called concrete noun. The nouns, those are visible are called concrete noun. And the noun, those are not visible are called abstract noun. So on the basis of visibility, I mean you can see. On the basis of seeing, the first 4 can be seen and the last one cannot be seen. And on the basis of countability, how many are countable among the 5? Please respond to me. How many are countable?
Sir, 3 are countable.
Right. Thank you. Actually, I wanted the answer. The first three are countable and the last two are uncountable. Okay, fine. So what's proper noun? Let's have a look on it. Proper noun. Proper noun is the individual name of something or someone. This is the unit of common noun. For example, the personal name or the special name or the individual name of common noun is proper noun. So the noun that is individual or that is special to someone is called proper noun. For example, human or man is a common noun. It is common to all. But Johid or Talha or someone else is the individual name of a person. Is the individual name of a person. So when we find the individual or a special name of someone or something or somebody, it is actually proper noun. For example, train. Train is common to all the trains. But when you mention the special name or individual name or personal name of a train, that can be Bonalota Express, Subarna Express, right? Those who journey by train can understand it better. So there are so many trains in our country, right? For example, Bonalota Express is the individual name of a train. So when the name is individual, when the name is personal of someone or something, that is called proper name. Now, for example, Shaheen College. There are so many colleges in the country. Can anyone tell me how many colleges in the country? Please respond to me. No one actually can say it, can exactly say it, that how many colleges are there. But we know there are so many colleges. There are several colleges in our country. But does Shaheen College mean it all? Mean them all?
No, sir.
No. Shaheen College Dhaka means a special college, an individual college. Your college, right? Shaheen College is the
Yes, sir.
individual name of your college. It is the personal name of your college. So this is when the name is personal to someone or something, or when it is the name of a special name of an individual, that is called proper noun. But common noun is the names that can mean commonly to all of this group. For example, if we say human, it means that the quality, it means the people or them, it means to them who have the quality of a human being. So it is very common. For example, if you say that human, it means that it is common to me, it is common to you, and it is common to all the human beings. So this is actually when the qualities are common to all the thing or person of a group of a community, that is called common noun. For example, if we say man, so this thing is common to all. The qualities are common to all men. They belong to the same quality. And so like the women. So if we say city, it means that Dhaka is a city, Chittagong, Chattogram, Sylhet, and all the cities. It is very common to all because these places has the same qualities or advantages like this. And even so is the case in the village. So when we say village, it means that some locality having the same characteristics of the places. So when something are common to all of the same group is called common noun. And the collective noun. When we mean one noun, when we pronounce one noun or one word, but means a group of people or thing is called collective noun. Actually, you pronounce one word, you use one word that means a group is called a collective noun. For example, if you say cricket team, it means that the players who play cricket. If you say Bangladesh national cricket team is an individual word, is a single word, but it means a group, right? If you say Bangladesh army, this is only one word, but it means a group. Same is the case in police, Kobe, etc. Kobe means a group of birds, I mean a flock of birds. In Bengali, you can say jhak, pakir jhak. Okay. And material noun is actually the element of a common noun, ingredient of a common noun. Material noun is actually the ingredient that you use to make something. For example, gold. Gold is material noun. It is the ingredient or component of an ornament. Water. Water is the material noun. Water is the component of making a wetland, rivers, etc. And wood. Wood is also a material, I mean the component of making wooden things like furniture, etc. And abstract nouns means the nouns that cannot be seen, but you can feel them. As you know, honesty, sincerity, vision, mission, etc. or aim. So you might have honesty, but we can't see it. You might have sincerity, but you can't show others. So the nouns that cannot be seen, the nouns that cannot be shown, the nouns that cannot be displayed, in one sense that is invisible, but you can feel the existence of something. This type of nouns are abstract nouns. Now comes the main important things. The most important thing, that's why you should go through the topic. The above mentioned lecture, you know more or less about it, but the later part of the lecture is very important because we normally don't go through these rules or these techniques. The first one is the following nouns are regarded as uncountable. The nouns that you find in the following part, the following nouns are regarded as uncountable. We can't keep them in mind. We have to keep in mind. That's why this lecture, this topic is included in your syllabus. So the following nouns are regarded as uncountable. So they are always singular. As they are uncountable, they are always singular. You can never use s or es to make them plural. You shouldn't try to make them plural. So the later part of the lecture contain this type of rules that are very important. Today our time is over. We have to end the class here. We'll meet in the next class. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.